Who here speaks technobabble? Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down the top 10 characters that could be Time Lords. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at pop culture characters who could potentially be Doctor Who Time Lords. We're searching far and wide for our would-be Gallifreyans, with some entries seeming spot-on time travellers, while others are a little more subtle. Number 10, Willy Wonka.
You lose! Good day, sir!
A peculiar yet iconic dress sense, plus a propensity for mildly scaring children, more than qualifies Mr. Wonka for the position of Time Lord. Couple those qualities with his eccentric behaviour and a knack for inventing things, and you've got yourself one heck of a defender or possible antagonist of the universe.
Round the world and home again, that's the sailor's way.
Don't forget, he also has a great glass elevator, and he experiments with teleportation technology. What if that elevator is Wonka's TARDIS?
Hold on.
Whenever he's not making sweets, he's clearly travelling through time and space, defeating foes with cunning confectionery. Number 9, Father Christmas. Santa could well be the original Time Lord.
Don't you know who I am?
Sure, you're a nut.
He's got the iconic look down to a T, the cheery nature, and his fair share of kooky companions, including elves and reindeer. Above all else, he defies time, delivering toys to all the good children of Earth, even as the population continues to expand in record-breaking speedruns that would melt a normal person's face. There's definitely some sort of vortex manipulation going on there.
Oh, another?
Yeah, why not?
And there are various links too. 11 lived in Christmas and randomly showed up at Amy Pond's house when she was a kid, a la Saint Nick. And 12 had his very own rooftop rendezvous.
Be sure to save some room for a tangerine, Doctor.
Nobody likes the tangerines.
Number 8, Kryten.
He's a smeg. He's a smeg. Hey.
Kryten from Red Dwarf would definitely be an upgrade on K9, so much so that he could even be a time traveller himself. But when screening for Time Lordiness, it's all about his eccentric behaviour, remaining fastidiously British and being intrinsically incapable of swearing during highly stressful, big-budget sci-fi scenarios.
Now that's in the future, isn't it?
Yes, sir, I was created after you died.
Clearly the cleverest member of the Red Dwarf team, given he's constantly relied upon for his problem-solving skills and knowledge of everything, Kryten could easily outsmart the Daleks and co. Although his obsession for bedsheet folding may take priority over saving the universe.
You're lying! You're just trying to make me feel better!
Number 7, Tommy Pickles. Would this Rugrats link really be the weirdest thing to happen in the Doctor Who universe? Probably not. Young Master Pickles certainly has the required enthusiasm, a thirst for adventure, the desire to be good, a wonderfully wacky group of friends, and this is the clincher, a multi-purpose screwdriver. What more could he need? An evil foe? How about Angelica? His arch-nemesis and cousin, she'd scare even the Cybermen.
But you know what? There's nothing you babies can't do about it, 'cause you can't talk!
But back to Tommy, who's also extremely intelligent for his age. He can escape any prison he's put in, and he doesn't have any hair or teeth. Give that baby a TARDIS already. Number 6, Sherlock Holmes. Quirky detectives are all potential candidates today, but our dear Mr. Holmes is the original unpredictable British troubleshooter. He's got an iconic and peculiar look, a big tick for Time Lord cred, and he boasts one of the finest minds in all of pop culture. Holmes also often deals in the supernatural, finding logical solutions to illogical scenarios, usually confusing his companions by doing so. Sound familiar?
You're finally asking the right questions.
Ultimately, a Sherlock Who crossover could be the pinnacle. Not only would the two protagonists pair up, but a meeting between Moriarty and the Master really needs to happen, doesn't it?
Well, now we have a firm grasp of the obvious.
Number 5, Sheldon Cooper.
No one ever thinks it'll happen until it does.
As fans of The Big Bang Theory know, Sheldon's already a Whovian at heart. But perhaps his love of the series is propelled by the truth that he's actually a Time Lord too.
That is so cool!
Counterpoint, no, it's not.
Sheldon's a quantum physics genius, so science and time-based conundrums are definitely his thing. He's also socially awkward, and he dresses like a big child from time to time, so he's got the charming weirdness factor nailed too. throw in the lovable sidekicks who rely on his cleverness way too much, and bam, it's Time Lord 101. Although he does hate helping people who aren't him, so while he could be a Time Lord, he could never be the Doctor.
Stop talking like that! You've been rendered speechless by fear!
Number 4, James Bond.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
There are a fair few obvious indicators for this one, not least the fact that Bond changes his face and body every few years. Oh, and he also operates in secret all over the world, always aiming to do the right thing. Travelling through time and space, fighting despotic aliens and evil historical figures, it could just be an average Monday for 007.
Take a giant step for mankind.
Bespoke outfits, brilliant one-liners, and an unrelenting sense of being very, very British. We can only imagine what Bond's TARDIS would look like. Do Aston Martin make time machines?
Where's Peckish? Where's Peckish? Pyramids!
Number 3, Ms. Frizzle.
Hands and arms inside the bus at all times, kids. You're gonna lava this ride!
She's another who ticks all the right boxes. Eccentricity? Yes. An appalling though vaguely appealing fashion sense? Yep. She's a do-gooder and her main passions are for learning, educating and problem solving. And her vehicle of choice, the school bus, can transform into anything at will. Ms. Frizzle from the Magic School Bus is definitely from Gallifrey.
Why didn't I think of that?
There's also her supporting cast of several very distinct child sidekicks, plus the fact that she can shrink down to any size in order to fulfill her mission. The job descriptions for her and the Doctor are more or less identical.
Like my great uncle Al Lurgan used to say, you hit the particle right on the head.
Number 2, Ash Ketchum.
Thanks, that's just what I needed. Bulbasaur, I choose you!
With all that's happened in the Pokemon universe, traversing time and space seems pretty natural. Ash has travelled a lot since the 90s, so he's definitely used to life on the road. And he's a dab hand at dealing with unpredictable creatures. Notice how those tiny Pokeballs house giant Pokemon? That's TARDIS tech if ever we've seen it.
Torterra, use Energy Ball!
Given all that he's experienced, it's a fair bet that Ash is also worldly wise, a little bit erratic, and that he carries his fair share of emotional baggage. A lifetime living across all of time and space will do that to you.
Professor Kukui said it was alright, so you're stuck with us.
Crazy twink.
Number 1, Mary Poppins. Firstly, and arguably most importantly, a major part of Mary Poppins' magic is that her bag is way bigger on the inside. Next, she has an umbrella that helps her fly. It's clearly TARDIS technology spread across 2 separate devices. She also hops between different planes of reality via artwork, and she works best within a roughly assembled team.
Dreadful.
Her Time Lord credentials are second to none, even before you consider her distinctly doctorish clothing choices. A hero for the ages, she'd strike fear and encourage good behaviour in Daleks and Cybermen for as long as her 2 hearts beat.
You seem hardly to have aged at all.
Really? One never discusses a woman's age, Michael.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.